Hey guys, this is vlog number 2 of For People 9. Once again, Jesse J here, in charge of our group, working on a game. We made great progress today, just kind of recapping what we did today. So, we were working on Unity 3D, and we got a lot done. We kind of redesigned the world. The world that we had before was giving us issues, so we just kind of threw it away and redesigned it. It's really cool. It actually looks a lot better now. It's the graphics are great. Uh, the environment's beautiful. It's a very foresty area. Um, we got our main character works third person. It's a soldier, and he's white armor on. He's trying to make him look futuristic. His gun's really cool. So it looks like Tron. It's all like that color blue and stuff. I'm gonna be uploading images later, and the so and I had Chris working on our redoing the sound and the color of the gun. So it's just really cool. So he's like this future soldier. He shoots like red lasers. It's pretty tight. And like the story goes, they crash land on this island. And I made the world. I was able to manage to make the world a lot bigger than it was before. So and get it to work really good. So now we're just have this huge, massive open world that's going to be populated with dinosaurs. Which one of the other parts of my team I have working on the Velociraptors. We're going for. I know those are going to be pretty tight. This is going to be our main enemy type, and I'm hoping to get some sauropods, which for you dino nerds out there, it's going to be like the Brachiosaurus, so like the big four-legged. So that's what we're hoping to get as well, and maybe some larger T-Rex dinosaurs. So it's going to be, and we're also working on getting a robot main character as well, and of course a female character. Just trying to get multiple character options, that's a little bit down the road. But we got a lot done today, so we got the world bigger, we got them working, got the gun shooting. I was able to play with the sky a little bit, so I was able to mountain off the area so you don't fall off the edge, and it looks really nice. It looks like you're on this big island, and it's just huge, just massive open world. It's pretty tight, and we got a lot done today. So this is where we're in Sprint 1, where we got all our pre-planning done, so we're just starting the basics, getting everything set up. The world is coming together. The atmosphere looks pretty tight. Let's see. I had T-Chow working on that. It was pretty cool. I know. I mean, in the comments below, if you guys wanna, I'm getting a new laptop. I was working at Best Buy today. I was trying to figure out something because right now the laptop I'm on just has issues galore with Unity. I don't know. It's a pain in the butt program. But yeah. So I'm looking at it. It's like an i7 processor. It has 8 gigs of RAM, a terabyte of hard drive. It's not bad. It was made by, there's one by Asus, one by Samsung, and one by HP. So I guess your comments below. I know we all love to talk about computer specs and everything, but yeah. So I was trying to think of everything. We got a ship in there. I was downloading a ship. It looked really cool. It was even better than the one I had before. I like spaceships that are very aquatic in nature. This one was really cool. It's very spacious but very aquatic in nature. So, and it also fits. It also is coming together a lot more than a lot closer to what our concept art looks like. So it looks a lot better this time around, and I have to get that in and get it in our game and have it look like a crash. And we're still trying to figure out the whole cutscene stuff. I mean, who knew the most annoying part of the games could be the most annoying part of gaming development? Cutscenes. But yeah, so we're trying to get that. So the beginning part of the game is a cutscene where you find out where the ship crashes and everything. So it'd be really cool if we get that animated. Actually, have the ship come crashing down, land in the map, which that'd be tight. We might do a more oral, auditory introduction with concept art. Which, I mean, if we do it right, it looks really cool that way. Kind of like how the introduction. I don't know if you know, like Far Cry 3, Blood Dragon. The whole intro, like they got kind of like 2D concept art kind of going on as like a poor man's introduction. That'd be kind of, but it would look cool, and I got two working on a lot of cool art for that. And so we got our soldier. He has his gun, he's working, everything's shooting. It's working out really well. We're playing with the sound effects today. Managed to get the worlds, figuring out the trees, and I did something to the world. I don't know. I did it by accident because I was trying to get it. Because when I was trying to get it to get bigger, I did something to where like rocks are floating and like the river is like going. It's not on the ground. The river's like flying through. It's like the coolest thing I've ever seen. I did it on accident too, and it's awesome. So yeah, I'm actually thinking of keeping it that way. If I can make it look good, like if it actually make it look like it's done on purpose, and get it and fix, because there's a lot of rough edges to it, but like, because this is gonna be like this island doesn't exist anywhere. It's outside of time. That's why we have dinosaurs. That's why we have future soldiers. They just screwed up time by going in time travel, right? Time travel always screws up everything. So I like the idea of having like kind of like floating mountains and rocks, kind of like very Pandora-ish, with minus the ugly blue people. But yeah, and then I'd kind of like to do like, I was thinking of some game ideas, and when we were just messing around with raptors, I mean, and we were trying to get this one robot to work. We were having trouble animating him, but yeah, it was just, and the idea is like just robots versus raptors. I'm just like, this is awesome, like this giant forest world. I'm just picturing like in the future like this big MMO giant huge world where soldiers are fighting dinosaurs. I mean, it's like my dream game. Like, and what I really want to do is get because the Velociraptors are all animated. That's all. We haven't gotten it in a game yet, but it's the animations and all the scripts for them are there. They're really cool. The attack's a little weird, but everything else works good so far. So we have to clean them up a little. But once we get them in there, I think it'll be cool. But I'd like to actually get the controller script put into the game. I mean, get put into the Velociraptor. Excuse me. So we could actually have soldiers and robots versus, I mean, having our astronaut team versus dinosaurs. People playing as the dinosaurs. So, I mean, I think that'd be really cool. Just be able to play as some space agey astronaut crash with a weapon, or having a giant like dinosaur sword. Which we haven't gotten to the melee party yet. I'm looking forward to that because right now we got the gun and everything to work, but being able to have that's why you don't see that a lot. Getting the game where to go from hey I have a gun to hey I have a giant sword. The whole animation for all that's very different. So we're messing around a little bit with 3ds Max, trying to get the whole modeling thing down a little bit. I know I had 2 of my team members working on that. We got a lot done today. For Sprint 1, we got a lot done. We have a working environment. We have a working character. You can walk around. It looks good. There's shadows. There's a sky. For Sprint 1, which for those of you who don't know, that's the term for the various stages of game development. Sprint 1's like the first thing you do after you come up with your idea. Sprint 0 is your idea and concept development. Sprint 1's where you actually start building stuff. So for Sprint 1, we got a lot done. And I think we're going to have a really cool demo by the end of the semester. And hopefully we're going to be able to pitch that to the board, and we're going to get that get the game expanded on. There's a lot of cool stuff that I think we could do with this game. Like I talked a little bit about before, the financial model. And I think if we apply this financial model to an MMO style game or an RPG game where it has a host and you have multiple people playing on it, it's MMO, or at least LAN multiplayer or something like that. I think those two will mesh really well. And as long as we have multiple characters, which we're working on right now, we only have the one that's working. We have two in theory and one that's working. And I think if we actually can throw the dinosaurs in there and have this, I think it's going to be really cool. So we got a lot done today. And like I said, remember to give me feedback on what you guys use for your computers. I mean, if you guys are working on Unity too, if you know what works good, if you got any issues with it or questions or comments, we're trying to work together here. We got a new member today on our, which is fine, which is nice. So People 9 has officially gained its 10th member. Chris, who was really helpful today, was working on the gun and sound effects and such. So he was able to change our gun over from a traditional, like it was an AK, it was an M4. That's what it was. It was an M4. I'm not a gun nut. I mean, the GTA 5 thing's misleading. I know nothing about guns, but except that they're cool. But when you use them for the right way, not GTA 5. I should shut up. Anyways, so we turned the regular assault rifle into a laser gun, and it looks awesome, and it looks like it's straight out of Tron. And we also threw in a helicopter, so hopefully we're going to be able to try to get some flight animations. I've been looking for someone who knows the scripting and the animation for that, because I got the helicopter built, and I got that in the world, but it just sits there right now. So it'd be cool if I can get it to... I could probably get it to figure out right now how to get it to blow it up, which we all love blowing up stuff. But yeah, so I wanted to get it to be able to animate, turn the propellers, whatever, and get some lifts, get it to actually be controllable from the characters. So that'll be something to work on. Probably maybe Sprint 2, Sprint 3. Trying trying to think of anything else that we did today that was interesting. That was noting. The dinosaur was really cool. The Velociraptor looks tight. I mean that looks straight out of the Nightmares of Jurassic Park from when you're like 2 years old. I mean that's it looks awesome. Like the death animation's good. The attack looks kind of weird. He's just like shaking his head, and it's all like, yeah, we need to fix that a little bit. But I mean, I figured if we throw in it with some dubstep where you're just kind of like dancing when you're attacking him, I mean that'd be kind of scary. Sorry, it's late here. Yeah, so that's vlog number 2. Just kind of going over. We're working on our demo, trying to get everything out there. It's going to be interesting. Basically, got the world set. Next week we're gonna get. I want to try to get at least a. I'm gonna get you guys. I'm gonna try to get by next week. I'm gonna try to get you guys some images, some concept art to show you what we're looking at. The concept art's on our pages, but I'm gonna try to get you guys show you what we're doing there. What we got, what the world looks like now, so we can get some feedback and give you an update. I know we were in the process of changing the sky over when you had to finish up, but so it looked pretty cool. It was like this really cool like blue. It was like, it doesn't look like the sky, but it doesn't look too weird to where to be distracting. Because I was trying to experiment with different color skies, and I started one it was like a reddish pink, and it just looked too weird. It was so different to where it was distracting when you're walking around. And some colors just look bad because they almost look like your game's messed up. If you go with like purple or something, and if it doesn't have a lot of texture, then it looks bad. You have to get a lot of texture. And some colors are just too distracting. So when Teacher showed me the blue that he found, I was looking at this, and it wasn't like normal boring sky blue, which is what I don't want, because I don't want this to look like you're on Earth. Which that's another thing that we're going to change. The game is going to have a significant shift in its appearance over the course of this week to next week, because I'm going to be taking all the shrubs and the trees and like the grass. I'm going to try to change their color over to maybe get some bluegrass or change the color of the trees, because I know I've done with that before, and it's amazing how much just changing the skins on these things can just totally change your environment. So instead of having green grass and brown dirt and trees, you're gonna have you just shift the colors in a color scheme skew. It looks like nature still, but it doesn't look like Earth. And once we mix that with the sky that I have Teacher working on, it's gonna look amazing. It's gonna be, because the graphics are really great. And right now, for our demo, it looks beautiful. I mean, for a first-time game, from my team, from some of the guys that I have that are, we're not super experienced. So what we have now, it's really great. So just trying to work on getting that on, and so I'll just keep you guys updated. And see you later.